It's our first American coinage. That's what really makes them special. Very first coins.
Have you ever wondered what happens when celebrities step into the world of pawn shops? Look no further than the hit TV show Pawn Stars, where famous faces have appeared surprisingly over the years. The reality television program Pawn Stars debuted in 2009 on the History Channel.
How about $100?
I'll be honest with you, Danny. I paid $275 for it. Give me a profit.
World-famous gold and silver pawn shop is based in Las Vegas, Nevada, and its family-run activities are followed throughout the program.
Even at all. I put them on the internet. Next thing you know, I'm competing with 5 other guys selling the same piz.
The show has become known for its exciting and sometimes unusual items that are brought into the shop, as well as its celebrity guests who appear on the show from time to time. Over the years, Pawn Stars has featured several well-known celebrities from various fields, including music, sports, and entertainment. These guests have brought various unique and valuable items, from guitars and sports memorabilia to historical artifacts and rare collectibles.
2004. All the diamonds are real.
From rock stars to movie icons, here are 5 times celebrities appeared on Pawn Stars and left viewers starstruck. Number 1. Steve Carell.
Are you Steve Carell?
No, I get that a lot. I'm not.
Okay, yeah, I thought he was a lot shorter.
In the video clip, Steve Carell visits a pawn shop to buy a World War II diver's knife.
The World War II diver's knife.
The shop owner offers the knife for $2,500, but Steve negotiates and offers to pay $4,000 for the knife.
I will give you $4,000.
The shop owner counteroffers $3,200, which Steve agrees to pay.
$3,200, that's the deal.
During the negotiation, Steve asks the shop owner what a diver would use the knife for, to which the shop owner jokingly replies, cutting someone else's air hose when they have diver wars.
And a billy club. I know that's what you were going for. Oh, yeah, serrated.
Steve seems amused by the response and continues to negotiate the price.
$6,000.
As the negotiation progresses, the shop owner seems to accept that Steve is not actually Steve Carell, but enjoys the interaction regardless. At one point, Steve jokes that he'll return to sell his suede jacket. Overall, the video clip provides a lighthearted and humorous look at the negotiation process in a pawn shop, with both parties enjoying the interaction and banter. Number 2. Dana White.
Hey, Dana, how you been?
Good, how you doing?
Dana White visited a pawn shop to purchase a sword. He was looking for a sword to add to his weapons room at his house.
What I'm really looking for today is a sword.
The pawn shop owner showed him a few swords, including one from the Civil War and a samurai sword that could be traced back to a samurai family.
Do you have any samurai swords in your collection?
I have some swords, but no real ones.
After sharing some history about the samurai sword, the pawn shop owner offered it to him for $40,000.
Because something like this is $40,000.
Dana negotiated and eventually purchased the sword for $30,000 along with other swords for an additional $30,000.
I'll go 30.
The pawn shop owner sold the sword and items to Dana and needed some time to package everything up.
All right, it's going to take me a little while to package everything up.
After Dana left, the pawn shop owner informed his colleagues that he sold the samurai sword for $30,000, along with other swords for another $30,000.
I'll take this for $30,000 and I'll buy every one of those swords that you showed me over there too.
Number 3. Mick Foley.
And some guy named Dude Love.
The man enters a pawn shop with a vintage WWE Dude Love shirt and an autographed Mankind mask signed by Mick Foley.
An autographed Mick Foley Mankind mask.
The shop owner is intrigued by the items and takes a closer look. The man hopes to get $300 for the shirt and $200 for the autographed mask.
Shirt, I'd like $300. For the autographed mask, I'd like $200.
The owner discusses the items with the man, noting that Mankind and Dude Love are the same characters portrayed by Mick Foley.
Mankind and Dude Love are the same guy, Rick, Mick Foley.
He explains that Foley also had other wrestling personas, such as Cactus Jack. The owner is impressed by Foley's hardcore wrestling style and willingness to push the limits of the sport.
He first wrestled as Cactus Jack in 1986 in a pro wrestling circuit.
The owner then points out that the shirt's color differs from what Foley wore in the ring. However, it still has Foley's signature and his catchphrase, "Have a nice day," on it.
I got someone who can come down and take a look at this.
You know someone who can look at signatures.
The owner takes note of the signature and says he knows someone who can verify its authenticity. He steps away to make a phone call and the man waits.
I have no idea who's calling.
When the owner returns, he introduces the man to Mick Foley, who had stopped by the shop.
How you doing, Rick? Mankind, a.k.a. Dude Love.
Foley is surprised to see the items and notes that the shirt's color differs from the one he wore in the ring.
A different color. It was more of a blue, am I right?
Much more blue on there.
Nevertheless, he verifies that the signature on the shirt is authentic.
This looks legit.
After verifying the authenticity, the owner asks the man how much he wants for the items. The man asks for $300 for the shirt and $200 for the mask.
Shirt, I like $300. For the autograph mask, I like $200.
The owner haggles a bit, pointing out that the shirt's color differs, but ultimately agrees to the man's asking price.
Have a nice day.
You're too serious. Have a nice day.
Overall, it was a successful negotiation for both parties, with the man getting his desired price for the items and the owner adding unique wrestling memorabilia to his shop's collection. Number 4. Katie Couric. Katie Couric expresses her interest in the Mark Twain signature card and asks the pawn shop owner if she could look at it.
Sure. Thanks.
The owner hands over the card to Katie, and she takes a closer look at it, admiring the scratched message and signature on it.
Definitely no.
The owner then identifies her as Katie Holmes, which she corrects to Katie Couric.
Katie Couric, how's it going?
They have a brief conversation about how employees in the shop could be more helpful, and Katie jokes that they need employee training.
There's some employee training around here.
Katie then asks the owner to tell her more about the card and Mark Twain. The owner explains that Mark Twain gave out these cards with a scratched message and his signature.
Scratch little things on a card, sign it, and
He also mentions that this particular card is dated January 1900 and quotes a famous Twain line, "We ought never to do wrong when anyone is looking."
We ought never do wrong when anyone is looking.
Katie expresses her admiration for Twain's work and sense of humor, saying that he is among the best authors in American literary history.
I love his wry sense of humor. He's one of the greatest writers in American history.
However, when the owner reveals the price of $20,000, she's taken aback and says that it's more than she wanted to spend.
Oof, it's a little more than I wanted to spend.
The owner then mentioned that he bought the card for $8,500 a while ago and had not received any solid offers since then. He suggests this might be the time to make money on it.
I bought this a while ago for $8,500, and since then, I have not gotten any solid offers. So this might finally be the time to make some money on it.
Katie then negotiates the price to $12,000, and the owner agrees, saying that he rarely takes that much off on an item, but he has to keep the doors open.
Deal.
The owner jokes by throwing in a 5 at the end of the negotiation, which Katie finds amusing. She then hands over the money, and they complete the transaction. Number 5. Dennis Quaid. In this conversation, the person in the pawn shop has a customer who wants to sell a signed poster by Dennis Quaid from the new film Reagan.
With a movie poster from the new film Reagan, signed by Dennis Quaid.
The seller is asking $350 for the poster, and the person in the pawn shop needs to verify that it's authentic before making an offer.
I think I know the right guy to check this thing out, and I got him coming down.
The person in the pawn shop contacts Rick to authenticate the poster, who comes to the shop to confirm that Dennis Quaid did indeed sign it.
Hey, Rick. Dennis.
After verifying the poster's authenticity, the person in the pawn shop offers $100 for it, but the seller feels it deserves more.
So I'll give you $100 for it.
Negotiations continue, and the seller drops his asking price to $250.
How about $250?
But the person in the pawn shop counters with $175.
$175?
After some back and forth, they agree on a final price of $200.
$200.
The person in the pawn shop then offers to do some paperwork and pay the seller.
All right, I'll do $200.
Great.
Okay, I'll meet you right over there. We'll do some paperwork, and I'll get you paid.
Additionally, during the conversation, the person in the pawn shop and Rick discuss their mutual interest in Reagan memorabilia.
I've had a lot of really cool Reagan memorabilia come in here. Yeah? But that you still have?
Rick offers to show the person in the pawn shop some of his Reagan memorabilia over dinner. The person in the pawn shop agrees and plans to meet later to discuss it further.
Okay, so I'll text you where to meet for dinner, and I'll bring stuff with me.
Perfect.
Pawn Stars has become a cultural phenomenon, captivating audiences with its exciting items, unique guests, and historical significance. The show has featured many celebrity guests over the years, bringing a new level of excitement to an already popular program.
Gettysburg is July of 1863, so this was probably given to him as a presentation piece.
From Steve Carell to Bob Dylan, Mick Foley to Marc-Andre Fleury, and Billy Gibbons, each celebrity brought unique flavor to the show, showcasing their collections and sharing their stories with viewers worldwide. Through these interactions, Pawn Stars has continued to solidify its place as one of the most popular and enduring shows on television, captivating audiences with its engaging cast, exciting guests, and exceptional items.
Let me give you $450,000.
450? Man.
My thing is, I take all the risk, you walk away with cash.
If you enjoyed this episode, please consider subscribing to our channel to stay up to date on all the latest Pawn Stars content.
How about $100?
I'll be honest with you, Danny, I paid $275 for it. Give me a profit.
Don't forget to give this video a like and share it with your friends. We'd also love to hear your thoughts in the comments section below. Thanks for watching.